Howdy folks, welcome to a tournament game between me and Carofex. I'm going to call this my tournament run, but actually this is my third match of the set. The first two matches I played were against Magistrix and Zamos. Uh, I didn't actually end up saving those replays, so I don't have them to show you. Um, I won both of those games 2-0. And this is my third match against Carofex. You can see that Carofex took the early well here, and I decided to go for a center well. Um, I was kind of happy that he let me have the center control so early, because I'm playing a pretty small tier 1 and going for a surprise big tier 3. I actually didn't even end up playing my surprise card, so uh, I'm going to keep that surprise card a secret. Maybe I'll pull it out the next tournament. Um, this is kind of bad for me. Let me not pause. I end up spawning my Sunshires over here. I didn't see that he spawned these guys there. So I lost a squad here. He's sprinting, so I'm going to lose my Scavenger. This was just kind of bad play for me walking all the way over here. Um, so I'm already a little bit down. He's going to lose this Forsaken, but he can suck him up before he does. Personally, I think he should have sucked it up with this full health Drain Charger, so that way he could get a um, full suck off. These Sunshriders got super out of position um, because I don't know. I'm playing with a new mouse right now, actually, and the sensitivity is a tiny bit off what I'm used to. So sometimes I click my unit to go somewhere, and I end up, like, for example, taking in the water, and then they walk in a weird path, and so that's why these Sunshriders are grouped together. That's why my Sunshriders down there or something bad. So at this point, I've pretty heavily lost the tier 1 fight. Um, and I this is Carofex's game to lose. Um, it's quite difficult to imagine how he doesn't win right now, especially because I don't have any things in my deck. I'm trying to kill his Forsaken by spawning Sunshriders, but I mean, Forsaken are getting out of days. He can motivate, he can frenzy them, and yeah, Carofex is not a bad player. He's not going to let me survive this. So yeah. Um, Overall in this tournament, I ended up placing fourth, so I can't be too sad about my performance, but it's just like a lot of mechanical errors that didn't need to happen, like you saw my Sunshrader just walking in the wrong direction. Just a lot of things like that happened this tournament, so that's why I'm not that happy. But I think we have some good games here, some close, and this first game obviously is not very good. You can see it's about to be over. So yeah, it's a sad first game, but I don't want to just post the games where I win, and say like, oh, this is a 3-minute victory. This is part of the tournament, so 3-minute embarrassing loss for me. That's how it goes. Uh, the next game is a little bit better. This is my second game against Carofex. I decided to go to Haladur. Um, I am playing Fire Nature, and Haladur I think is a good map for swift units running around, so that's why I decided to play it. I'm also playing Scorched Earth, and Haladur has a lot of bases with kind of close wall distances if I can manage it. So there's a good chance I can use my Scorched Earth to prevent a tier 3, which is kind of what I went up with. On one hand, I told you I've had this surprise tier 3 card. Uh, on the other hand, see, my Sunshriders, they stop moving. Okay, so I decided I'm going to take a defensive position right here. I'm going to well up and I'm going to try my surprise tier 3 card. So far, just footsies. I'm not spawning another Sunshrider, I'm just waiting for him to spawn Forsaken, because if I take this well with less than 4 Sunstriders, Shadow can rush, but with 3 Forsaken, if he takes the well, he can't rush. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. So basically, Carofex gets to decide when he wants to take a well, when it's safe, unless I have Sunder. I don't have Sunder, so he decides to take it with 3 Forsaken, so I decided to take the well here, right? So key number there is usually you have 4 Sunshiders, and then it's safe, you can't take it. We traded a little bit of damage. He might get the nasty out here. Um, he hurts these, so if he kills everything, it's 100 power over 110, and these Sunshiders actually get away, so that's a quite nice position for me. These Sunshiders should be in a more aggressive position, but okay, yeah, I got these away, and they still have all 6 squad mates, so I have a nice 50 power advantage. I'm running away. I've got 100 power. I'm not doing anything with. I should be spawning probably more Sunshiders. I'm attacking the Dread Charger. I pull these guys away. It looks like it's just in time. There's some good micro for me. It's a pretty good position to get an eruption if I can get my Sunshiders in position to kill. So there we go. I got another 100 power out. My scavenger can't decide what he's doing, and I decided to take a wild here. This would be a good time to play a Sunder and take you some position, and I think that's probably what I should be playing here. I think against Shadow, I should be not going for a big tier 3 shenanigans. I should be just playing the Sunder. Yeah, the Scavenger, that was a kind of misclick, and then once I realized I misclicked, I decided I should hit his Dread Charger and go for a trade. And Carofex takes the well here too. So I'm a little bit ahead of tempo again. So what I'm going to try and do is to take my tempo advantage and go for an early tier 2. Because this is kind of my win condition, usually, is that if I can get a tempo advantage in tier 1, go for an early tier 2, and then I can push my initiative. Unfortunately, I'm kind of ignoring his tier 1 units because I'm expecting to get Hurricane, and my monument is just not building that fast. I should just erupt this here and not wait for Hurricane. Carofex is doing the right thing here, and that's just, I shouldn't be letting my opponent have, you know, basically 300 power tempo lead on me. So this well is dead. There's no question about it. I'm playing the Hurricane, but I shouldn't be doing that. I should be just making some burrowers and going for wall trades. That's what I should be doing. I erupted, but I was a little bit late, and so the shots still got off, so I just wasted a whole bunch of power, right? Instead of eruption, I could have made a burrower, and then I could have traded wells against him, and then been able to attack. And yeah, so this is just a pretty poorly played game for me. The tier 1 was not bad, actually, but after tier 1, I just, I think I got a little bit tilted when I realized that I was going to lose my well because I didn't spawn any tier 1 units, and so yeah, I didn't play Franklin there. You can see my power is low, so these side skins are, yeah, I'm pulling back to get a heal up, and he makes his monument there. I'm not sure why my Drake decided to automatically attack the monument, but I fixed it and lost more damage, and yeah, it's just not a clean game for me. Moving my Drake out of the way of the Frenzied Forsaken, I could play a Scorched Earth when I get the power, but using the power is quite low, especially because I've got 100 power back in the Scythe Fiends. Probably I should have just killed the Scythe Fiends instead of trying to come for a Dreamy Hill. If I can bunch these together and get a heal off, that would be huge. But the nasty from the Forsaken killed my Drake just in time. So good nasty from Carofex. And shame on me for being too slow. So now as a Shadow Frost, he can defend. There's no point in me attacking this, and with Stormsinger Frostbite, my side games are just dead. So, yeah. There's really no chances here. He's got the tempo, he's got the power advantage, and there's no scale point where I can, you know, outscale him, right? It's just going to be down here from now. So, I should quit. If this was like a regular game, I would quit right now, but I know this is the last game of the tournament, so I'm gonna keep playing and maybe hope something happens. But you know, to keep playing against your opponent in a regular game like this is kind of just disrespectful. It's like, oh hey, I think you're bad, so you can't win this position, which is clearly should be winning for you. But yeah, so as I was saying, in a regular game, I would have more respect for Carofex than just keep playing like this. But it's a tournament game. I gotta try my last shot. and my micro is just so bad. So I'm just gonna lose both my drakes, and this game makes me sad. Watch. He takes the greedy wall here, but it's not even that greedy because he can defend and I can't defend. Yeah, yeah. This is over. My next set, yeah. Well, you'll see the next set. My next match was against Killbuster. These are the losers bracket run. Our first game was on Lajesh. You're still going to see some mechanical errors from me in this game, but Killbuster made some mistakes too, and so actually this set I think was a pretty exciting back and forth. I'm playing Fire Nature, although you wouldn't know it. Oh no, you did know it from my game against Carofex. And Killbuster, as usual, is playing Fire Frost. I decided to go for greedy well, and then I take the wall here to stall him out, and he is playing a whole bunch of units. So I'm a little bit scared that he can rush me, but I think with the wall I should be safe, because I'm going to make him walk to this choke point and I can interrupt him. But Killbuster decides he doesn't want to do it. So I've gained 20 permanent power from this. I mean, I'm going to lose the... I don't know if I'm going to lose 5 power permanently from here when I kill that wall. But yeah, so... I'm now up 25 permanent power. Killbuster decides to take the wall here. And at this point, I'm thinking, actually, I can probably just keep my wall up because I've already spent the power for the wall. And, you know, yeah, why not just keep the wall up and make it difficult for him to attack me and give me a little bit more safety when I want to take more. My Scavenger's not going to get out of there alive, but I think these Sunshriders, there's a little bit of bad micro, these Sunshriders can take out this Scavenger here. And, yeah, so far the tier 1's going okay for me. Again, I've got 50 power bound more here, but Killbuster had a lot of power in units, so I didn't really think it was necessary to break that wall. And at some point I'm going to want to go tier 2, and so I decided to actually just take the wall here. Maybe I'll take this wall here. This wall is a kind of... I want him to take walls in this position, because it is weak when I make Skyfire Drakes to attack him. It is a kind of vulnerable point. You know, he is playing Fire Frost, which is... he ended up taking this wall here, by the way. He's playing Fire Frost, which has very good air control, so it's not a huge weakness for him, but, you know, it's just something to think about. Meanwhile, I'm playing units here. I'm going to try and take out these thugs on this side, and looks like my micro is a little bit better than him on this side. So yeah, I think his thugs are going to die, and I can intercept his Scavenger with these Sunshriders here, and I decide to pull my Scavenger back. My angle is not the best, and I think this guy's still going to die. My Sunshrider should not have kept going for his Scavenger, and I'm going to lose the Sunshriders too. So yeah, not the best for me. Lots of places I could improve this, and I decided I'm just going to go tier 2 because he's got like 4 tier 1 units on the field, and I've only got the 1. He decides to take a wall, and I decided I'm just going to break this wall so we can start getting void power back. And I'm not really worried about him rushing me because he's still got to heal up his tier 1 units before he gets anything done. These Sunshriders, I thought about coming here for the well and the ground presence, but I decided, you know what, I'm just going to come back here, heal up, and go for an attack. Because he's now going tier 2, so he's basically 1 well up higher than me. So what you're going to see is that I'm, if I do what I think I'm going to do, yeah, he's got a lot of power in tier 1, so I'm going to take out his units that I'm kind of worried about. Make sure, right, see, this cliff makes it kind of difficult for Sunshriders to hit my Skyfire Drake. If he gets his own Skyfire Drake with shield on it, then that's a different story. I can come over here and pick these off. It's important to make sure the Drake isn't getting below 300 health, and at this point, Killbuster's tier 2 is up. He decided to kill his own Sunshrider to stop Lightning Power. Skyfire Drake will beat Stormsinger unless he erupts, but now I am getting pretty heavy damage on now. The nice, kind of unintentional thing here that happened is that the side beams are hitting both of the wells because they can't fully wrap around one well. So that means that it's going to be a little bit difficult for him to protect both of them. On the other hand, if they'd just done full damage to one well, I probably would have died already, so pros and cons. Healing my burrow up and getting my ghost spirit to try and make something happen here. Killbuster's managed to save his scavenger from now. I pull back and try and kill his Stormsinger, decide it's not worth it, so I'm going to come back to attack here. And if I can get him to hit a scavenger drink to get more clicking action going, right? So because Killbuster's down tempo, which is a kind of bad position to be in Inspired Frost against Fire Nature, because I'm not going to let him get a scavenger drink with the Frost Virtues, right? If ever that happens, I'm just going to oink him, or I'm going to erupt him or something before his Sorcerer's Gift to shield on the drink. So I think this was a quite good decision for me to not take well, right? Because if I don't let him get initiative, then I can prevent him from getting the shield and drakes. If he gets the shield and drakes up, that's just way more value than I can have. I might go for a heal once this gets out of breathe, but probably not, and I didn't because he can just erupt it, right? So he's building a lot of Storm Singers, and Longfield took out a good chunk of them, and making this guy run away. Unfortunately, the Scythians can't really effectively hit this well, right? So what I should be doing probably is getting a Burrower and using the Scythians or something else. Stormsinger survives with just a little bit of HP, and I'm probably going to let these die. Maybe I'll heal them. I decide to, or I didn't even have the power to heal them. Yeah, Killbuster's just getting that in time barely. He pulls away. I guess he didn't have the power. Yeah, I guess he just barely didn't have the power to do that, and so I decided to come focus this Stormsinger, who's running away, and probably I'll come back and go back to focus the well. I've got a pretty solid amount of power, so I decided to go for Lava Field, which kills the Stormsinger, but not before the shot gets off, because Lava Field spreads kind of slowly. There is his Frost Sorcerers, which means now I need to start being worried a little bit. I go for a Lava Field, but the shield still gets off on the Drake, or on the Scythians, and it's time for my Stafford to run away. I don't think he needed to make this Gladiatrix, though. I think he should have just erupted. And there we go. He ended up erupting me, but he still had to spend the Gladiatrix power, which is not going to be that useful unless I find another Skyfire Drake. Gladiatrix with the Frost Sorceress is actually pretty good, though. And I decided to make another Skyfire Drake anyway, because this is, yeah, he needs to be careful. I can just erupt. And he has the power to defend, so I guess that was just Killbuster's turn to make a small mistake. I play the root, so the Gladiatrix can't get to me, and I can keep attacking the Scythian, so I decided to pull back with my Ghost Spears because it's not going to happen. I think that the Scythian survived. My Scaffold Drink is doing who knows what. Oink was too late, so I wasted the Oink. Yeah, that's sad. But okay, I've kicked 2 of his wells, so I decided to play the Ravage on my Ghost Spear so I don't, save a little bit of power. Yeah, I've kicked 2 of his wells. He's built wells too, though, so it's not clear if I'm actually that much ahead. I decided to just take a well here. This way I've got Ground Presence to go tier 3. Because you saw that when I was able to go tier 2 with initiative, that was a quite strong position for me. If I can go tier 3 with initiative, that's also good. I'm going to try and keep my Ghost Spears in this area so that he can't go tier 3 when I can. Using the Burrower and the Scaffold Drink. Remember, Burrowers have pretty good stats, right? You don't have to use things that just have unit counters. I think good / I could play a root here and then pick out this guy while taking out the Scythians, while getting rid of the Scythians. I decided instead to make this Skyfire Drake there. But yeah, what I was saying, something that players don't do a lot of the time is that yeah, the eruption actually wasn't necessary, I think. If I killed the Scythians, then he can't erupt me and I can just take him out of my own leisure. He ended up killing my Ghost Spears, and so he's going to have this position that he can take. Spreading my units so he can't hit them with 1 eruption. Making a Ghost Spear because I know its Frontsingers are coming. He plays a Lava Field, which I think is going to kill my Ghost Spear, so that was fine for him. And I've still got my burrower somewhere. Where's my burrower? Okay. Well, he missed the eruption. That's going to cost him. And I've got another Skylords Drake coming over here. And again, recall. There's my burrower. Recall walls. I'm deciding to go for a tier 2 push. That's a dead Skylords Drake. No? Maybe Killbuster is just being kind of greedy. Because he should have the power to kill me. Yeah. There goes the eruption. But now I'm going for a 2-pronged attack. And side things are good, but they cost more power than burrower, so as long as I keep running around. I used the lava field to kill that Gladiatrix. I'm not sure if it was worth it, but it also knocked back the Storm Singer, and means the burrower is going to keep doing damage. Meanwhile, I'm going to keep his Siphons bound over there, and I've got some Ghost Spears attacking this way. And I decided that I was going to take an extra wall here, so actually I'm a little bit up on walls. And now Killbuster has close to 300 power bound in turn 1, right? He's got actually probably more, right? He's got the Siphons, he's got Storm Singers, he's got this Gladiatrix, which is coming over here. That's going to die pretty easily, I guess. Probably what I should spawn here is Burrower. His Burrower, yeah, exactly. His Burrower, these Gladiatrix, and they can run quickly. And it doesn't matter that I don't have an attack. And the Burrower will be useful in attack later on. So Killbuster has a lot of power bound to tier 1 units. They don't have that much health, so I'm not that worried about defensive. I think now is a great time to go tier 3. Looks like I am trying to kill his Siphons. And I go tier 3. Perfect. His Burrower is running around, keeping him distracted and moving tier 2 units. And I really want to keep these Ghost Spears alive, right? So I'll probably heal them, just to make sure that I keep ground presence, so that he can't go tier 3. Because he has 300 power, right? But as long as I, yeah, exactly, there's the heal. Healed up my Burrower there. As long as I keep his ground presence, then he's not going to be able to go tier 3. And even if he does, I can always Scorch Earth it. Since I play the Dazed Mutating Maniac. So I'm going to try and get this wall down. And he doesn't have any good outcomes. I mean, he's got Gladiatrix, but that was a good level for them, actually. Meanwhile, I made a Giant Slayer over here to attack, and I made another Giant Slayer there. He's got the Skylords Drake, which is a pretty good counter against Giant Slayers, actually. So I think I probably should have made more Mutating Maniacs instead of Giant Slayers. There we go. I made another Mutating Maniac and dazed it. He freezes my guys here. I was planning to go there. He dodged my oink with this Skylords Drake, so that was good from him. But I'm keeping him binding like a ton of power in tier 1, right? So he's not able to go tier 3. And I could, I should, make another Giant Slayer here and go for a sneak attack on this end. I use the Mutating Maniac ability, forcing the Skylords Drake to run away. I thought it would spread to hit this Gladiatrix, but apparently it doesn't. Meanwhile, I'm making another Mutating Maniac. And I learned from last time, okay, this Skylords Drake does die. I learned from last time about how easily he was able to kill my Giant Slayer. So I decided to make a Mutating Maniac straight from the get-go. And that way it won't be dazed. And now I can play the Scorched Earth. I decided to wait a little bit, and that way I can target the wells too. But since he can't repair this, I can just disenchant, right? So I'm not really that worried about being frozen. Meanwhile, this Mutating Maniac is still doing his work here. I just like to focus the... No, never mind. I'm not doing that. I'm running away. I erupt it, and I erupt it because I don't want him to cancel it, and this way it costs him permanent power. Skylords Drake's gonna die, I think. The Gladiatrix is gonna live. Skylords Drake lives too, actually. And I was able to drop that well. Killbuster had tons of power. I'm not sure if he didn't get it because of his auto charges, but I don't think so. I play the ability, so this Gladiatrix will die pretty quickly. And I could erupt the Skylords Drake. Yes, this Gladiatrix gets out of danger. Looks like it'll live. But now Lava Field will do a lot of damage. Before I can run back over here and play another ability, because that's what I'm trying to do. I died before I got the chance. Now Killbuster is going to be able to have a chance to go tier 3. Except that I started attacking here again, right? That's why I want to keep the initiative going. I should erupt the Skyfire Drake, and I think I can go for another charge. Here we go. Here's another well down for me. I've got the Mutating Maniac here. I can use the ability and oink them probably, or root them. There you go, go for the heal. Yeah, I should root them, but I didn't end up doing that because I guess I wanted to focus on making sure I draw for the Scorched Earth. The Giant Slayer here dies, but I was able to drop the wall like we saw earlier. He freezes me, and I can disenchant. I could erupt going in. There we go. I still have the same mind I had a couple days ago when I played this tournament. By the way, I played this tournament a couple days ago, but it's you're probably going to see it about a month from when the tournament was uploaded because I've got a whole bunch of videos going up in the meantime. There's a timeless one. I could probably link him. No. I decided to just disenchant and push through. Because it looks like he doesn't have shield building, so that's why I'm trying to push through this spot. Activate the ability to start getting damage down on his timeless one. And that's almost there. Nope, he's able to heal it just in time. I played the heal, I'm not sure it was the best heal. And keep in mind this whole time I am up 2 wells over Killbuster, and I have been kicking those wells, right? So I've got a pretty hefty power advantage. One thing to worry about is that Monster 3 is just inherently stronger than mine. And I'm going to run out of charges. So it's not like the game is in the bag. I decided to walk over here so I can get that ability on the Gladiatrix. So Frenzy Power, I'm going to make sure that Gladiatrix dies. I'm just going to keep hitting the walls going for a 2-pronged attack. This guy dies, and I wasn't able to get a heal out in time. So I was able to get the heal here. I'd use a lava field plus the ability, and this orb drops. I think Killbuster had power to defend. I guess he just wasn't fast enough. Maybe he was thinking about this here. So again, I'm playing as tier 3 against tier 2, which is how I need to keep it, right? Because if it gets into a proper tier 3, I'm not sure what Killbuster has. If he got for sure the timeless one, for sure the silver one, but he has Tremor, then Tremor is a really hard thing for my type to defend. He plays a Glacier Shell, and then I know he's dead, and I can get a Giant Slayer going to attack on this side. He can freeze me, I decide to just disenchant, and that way I take out the well, and I can keep going while my Giant Slayer targets the slow health orb. He freezes me, I can just disenchant again. Maybe I won't, because maybe I just decided to focus on this side. No, I just decided to disenchant. Alright. 2 eruptions to take out 2 drakes, and he Glacier Shells, so I decided to just switch trades. A little bit late on the heal here, so that Mutating Maniac dies. And his tier 3 is almost up. So I really need to keep this down, right? But I know I've got a lot more power than him. So I decided I'm just going to focus on this well, or this orb, and take it out. So once again, Killbuster is staying at tier 2, right? This orb goes up, but it's going to go up after his tier 3 fall, so he's still staying tier 2. And now I've got power, I can take this well and just secure it so that he can't go tier 3 ever. Meanwhile, I've got another Giant Slayer coming. This probably wasn't the best choice because, as we've seen, Skyfire Drake takes care of Giant Slayer pretty easily.
Your forces are under attack.
I can, of course, oink him and use Ravage and heals, and the Giant Slayer is super fast. Looks like my Giant Slayer is going to die to this Gladiatrix. He freezes, and I was able to get a charge off, and I decided to disenchant because I'm already ranged up, so I might as well just keep going. And I'll have power for a heal. There we go. And so that was the first game. This is game 2 of my set with Killbuster. I think we are playing the same decks, and Killbuster decided to take me to Elyon. I'm not sure if he chose this because I decided to take this really well. I'm not sure if I should be doing this. I'm not sure if Killbuster wanted to take me here because he knew I didn't have thugs, and therefore I'd be, vulnerable to his thugs, which are quite good on this map. Or maybe it's because he saw my fight with Carofex and he saw me fall apart on Elyon. Either way, he decided to take me to this map. I've got a tiny 5 power advantage over him by taking this well a little bit early. I'm not sure that's worth getting locked out of the map for, to be honest. Killbuster gets in that position here. Yeah, I don't think I'm playing Elyon right anymore. I think when everything was about sunlight control, I think my objectives were clear. Now that the map is different, I tend to get too focused on split attack. So this path is just bad, right? This scavenger's gonna die. He can run away with the scavenger. I played an eruption, but if I don't kill a Sunshiders, and I don't think I will, that eruption just wasn't worth it. Alright, running away with these scavenger, okay. Um, but none of these Sunshiders are going to be in an awkward position. Um, looks like I'm going to attack him there. And okay, this is not the worst tier 1 fight in the world for me. I should probably focus on these guys to kill them, but looks like I'm not going to, so these Sunshiders are dead. Yeah. So Killbuster's got a pretty nice 2-1 advantage over me. I didn't do a good job on this one. So I decided to go instant tier 2. Killbuster takes a while, and that's, of course, exactly what he should be doing. He's going to be tier 1 army, and I'm going to have a difficult time rushing him as tier 2 versus tier 1, because, there's not really compensation for me.
Your forces are under attack.
I'm just trying to stall out his tier 1 attack. I might lose my scavenger. No? Okay, I'll keep my scavenger alive. Killbuster's got a lot of tier 1 stuff. So now the question is, am I going to be able to make something happen? I played Skyfire Drake. That's hard to say if I should play, because he can always just double around me, and I'm sure he's got the power to do it. Yeah, he totally has the power to double around me. Yeah, a little damage on his, and I can get a single. He can single around me anytime I go below 300 health, and he just decides to go tier 2. And I feel like pushing. Probably I shouldn't push. Probably I should just say like, okay, I'm just gonna lose on power. I'll just go over here and take a while. That's probably what I should do, but that's not what I did. I decided to push. I played Scorched Earth. I'm not really sure what the Wrecker's going to do. I guess the Wreckers will be pretty good against my Scythians. And my Skyfire Drake did get below 300 health, so I have to run away. And yeah, just going all in like this, that was just not smart. Of course, don't have power for the heal because we're playing a low power level game. And Killbuster is still only spawned tier 1 so far. I ended up getting a Ravage. And yeah, so I'm, getting one well less income. The 10 power I made early on was just not worth it. I'm playing a Burrower. It looks like I think I'm going to try and take the well now. And just accept it'll be like 100 power down. If I even had a power to get the well. Take the well is pretty stupid. He uses the Wrecker like a rallying banner. So okay. Not bad. Lava Field, that was, I guess, actually okay. I'm going to kill his Wrecker. And I'll run away with this Burrower. Maybe I can get a heal off, except I don't have any power, because my power level is so low. I think Killbuster is going to have me completely locked to the map. And, again, if this were just a regular sparring match, I would quit right now. But it's a tournament, I don't want to quit. I want to try and make the best showing I can. But, Fire Nature has a bad tier 3. I am playing, again, with an extended tier 3 and some surprises, so that's another reason why I'm not quite quitting. But his deck is just going to outscale mine. Like you saw in the last game, despite having kicked several of his wells, I still had some trouble. Despite having kicked several of his wells and playing as tier 3 against tier 2, I had some trouble. And now this is a perfect position for a Killbuster with the Shielded Drakes. There's no way I'm going to be able to remove this guy, because I can play Drake, which just counters by his Drake, or I can play Gladiatrix, which just countered by his Drake. So there's, yeah. Once this comes up, there's nothing that can happen, and especially because he's got this position there. His Sorceress is basically untouchable. His Stormstringer is just taking out my Gladiatrix before it even finishes off the health. And Killbuster takes them all there. And yeah, this game is super over. Lava Field, didn't even kill anything. He's gonna run away. Didn't even kill the one Stormsinger. This one was a 7, this one was a 13. I'm trying to brute force his Skyfire Drake, but it's just not gonna happen. He erupted my Gladiatrix. I don't think that was necessary. And as soon as the shield gets low, he can just reapply it with his Sorceress. He's got some Cyclones here. I could just root them. Looks like I'm not. Looks like I'm going for some Burger Spin. Just try and make anything happen.
Your forces are under attack.
He gets the shield on my Drake. I've rooted to keep his Cyclones there. Meanwhile, my Burrowers are going to try and make anything happen there. But there's just like nothing I can do against shielded Drakes, you know? That's just how it is. That's how this matchup goes. So that's what you were saying in the other game, how I was trying to really aggressively keep the tempo and not like Killbuster get in a position where he can just make shielded Drakes and keep them going. And the repairs, so as well as just dead, I figured the only thing I can possibly do is to focus on getting an orb kick. Because if I kick his tier 1 orb, then he will not be able to spawn anything. He goes for freeze, and my units are already they're already immune from freeze, so that's kind of a good position for me. And he plays the Glacier Shell, which means that I know this is actually going to drop now. Unfortunately, he can just keep hitting away my orb, and my orb's going to die. I'm not sure what I played there, maybe interruption or something. So yeah, I kick his orb. But what am I going to do about this orb now, right? I can make Gladiatrix, but that's just kind of pointless because it's just going to die like a Skyfire Drake before I get through the shield. And he's got me frozen, so I'm not going to kick anything else. Yeah, so nothing's happening here. We're going to go on to game 3. He can just erupt me. He's got the power. Maybe he's not in range. Yeah, I go to attack him here. He's rebuilding his tier 1 there, which is strange because I can Scorch Earth it. But at the end, it's not going to matter because there's no way I can defend this orb here.
A monument has been destroyed.
He played his Glacier Shell. He's got his units coming back in here. Come on, Eirias, hit the GG. You know, okay, I'm not going to criticize myself for not giving up in a turn of play, even though it is kind of boring to watch. Okay, that's this game. On to game 3 to decide how this final outcome goes. This is game 3 between me and Killbuster. The loser of this match is out of the tournament. I decided to counterpick him to Haladur for a couple reasons. One, I'm just kind of comfortable on this map because I play it a lot. And two, he's got Storm Singers, and this allows me to put my Drake in a position where I can't be hit by the Storm Singers. So, you know, the clipping goes both ways, right? His Drake is stronger than mine if he gets Frost Sorceress up, but the clip isn't going to help him whatsoever because I'm not going to Gravity Surge him. I decided to give Killbuster the option to take a well, or to both of us take a well and do nothing. He doesn't want that, so I spawned Sunshiders, and it looks like I'm going to go on the offensive. I spawned my unit ahead of him, which is probably good because it means he's going to have, and he takes a well. So this is GG. I play another Scavenger to come from this side, and yeah, taking a well like this is not safe, especially when I'm already in the middle of attacking you. So it's like even less safe than usual, and it's closer to me than normal. So I don't have Thunder in my deck, but and I'm not playing mechanically that clean, but it's difficult to imagine how I don't just crush this right now. So yeah, mistake from Killbuster. He plays you know, some similar mistakes as I was playing in my game against Carofex earlier today. I'm just going to be able to surround him with the +1 wall. I should run away farther with these Enshriners. He's making thugs, and I can just ignore the thugs and run away with Sunshriners at a time. It's pretty micro-intensive for me, but there you go. I decided to actually focus with the thugs. I think in general I can be kind of ignoring them and running away, making him use his 60 power units, which I can kind of take. So yeah, over time building my unit advantage is always the numbers, right? I always have more units attacking him than he's got on the field, so I'm always having a higher DPS than he's got available. There's probably another Scavenger when I get the chance. And come down now and focus these Sunshredders there. These Sunshredders could actually probably kill the thugs before he does anything to them. Yeah, so far his wall hasn't done anything. It's paid off halfway, but I, keep killing his units. He decides to come back with the thugs. Yeah, so as long as we keep keeping a unit advantage here, and with the scavenger up, it gets a lot harder for him to make thugs to attack me. So that's why when I'm trying to keep a scavenger up and not use exclusively Sunstriders. I'm deciding to focus the well. He plays more thugs. I can just run away with these guys. Looks down these thugs a little bit, and as well as dropping. So yeah, you don't need Thunder to rush unsafe walls like this, especially if you can come at it from 2 angles, right? Because this was just a really bad position for Killbuster to take, and maybe he just underestimated me and thought that because I fled to tier 1 pretty hard earlier, I would continue to hold it. He's running this way, I'll come with a scavenger to attack him and put my Sunstriders, and I will come push him on this side. His well did yield 70 power, so it's not like he's super far behind, but he has spent a lot more than me, and I've got a lot more on the field than him, right? So he's behind in a lot of levels, even though it's, I guess, only a little bit behind in most of those ways. I've got my Sunstriders grouped up, and I'm hoping he doesn't have power for interruption. If he does, I mean, it's kind of okay. I'm forcing him to convert more power and making more dazed units in the circle. I should probably be playing another scavenger. I've got this one coming in. I decided to focus here, and these guys focus there, get the Sunstrider, get the scavenger. And yeah, see, now I've just got a whole bunch of units, and if Killbuster starts spending, when he starts spending eruptions, I mean, even if he's killing 2 Sunstriders per 1 eruption, I just have so many more units on the field that this is going to die. So I just all in focus as well now. If he kills my units, it doesn't really matter because I've got, I've kicked 2 wells from him now at this point, and I can just go tier 2 if I lose my whole army. And I don't lose my whole army, right? I'm actually going to just keep killing his stuff. He runs away with the scavenger. I decide I'll just let him. I'll just clean out what's here, and then I can come to attack his home base. Okay, maybe I'll engage him. Yeah, so I decided to take the wall here to basically lock him out of the map if he takes anything. I played the Sunstriders there to slow him down, and he erupts me. That's kind of fine, because now he's going to be just behind the power again. He's got 50, I've got this base to come go for a close attack. I already have units on the field. I think I'm just going to kick his wall again, and that's going to make 3 wells kicked. And that should end his turn of run. So yeah, not the greatest game from Killbuster. I think just taking that, I mean, it's not like he played badly, he just made that kind of poor decision of taking the well. The same way I made poor decisions in my other games taking the well. So, no, this is not the kind of replay I would normally cast, but I just want to kind of show my tournament run against the kind of evenly skilled players and Jordan's entirety, yeah. So, Killbuster saying in there, I think he has the same philosophy that this is a game which puts him out of his tournament. He doesn't want to quit unless he has to. And again, I would say this is kind of disrespectful in a real game where it's like, don't waste my time proving that I can beat you. But okay, it's a tournament. Use everything at your disposal, you know? Keep fighting for winning the tournament. Anyway, he's got a bunch of thugs. He decides to rebuild as well. And I might be getting low on Sunstrider charges, so maybe the best thing for me to do is just to go tier 2. Especially because he's already got a whole bunch of tier 1 units. And there we go. Tier 2's on the way. Take out the Sunstriders there. It looks like I'm actually getting this scavenger. And I'll pull off these Sunstriders, but he's so far behind in power. And he's got so many power found in tier 1 units. There's just no way he's going to be able to defend once I go tier 2 and start playing like Scythians to clean up his units. Here's the Scythians. Looks like I'm going to clean up his units there and go for his main base. Meanwhile, 2 Scythians, yeah, because I've got just 200 power up that I can attack them with. So these Scythians can distract him here, force him to play power, and meanwhile these Scythians have the Ravage, and they're the ones that are going to actually take out his base. He took a well there, I guess just out of desperation, and that's the game. So I advance to the next round to fight Sonaris. This is my first game against Sonaris. This is a match on stream, so you've probably seen it before. And one of the players in this match said some rude things in the comments. It was kind of distracting to me, and so I've ignored that player. Anyway, the new Earl I quite like, actually. Probably this is where I should be picking every match instead of Haladur. But I'm just familiar with Haladur, so that's why I keep playing as my counter pick. But anyway, this is the first game we played. I took a well, Sonaris took a well, and I'm playing more units in the tier 1. I will say one thing about Earl is the pathing position is kind of strange. You can see it's not always clear what is like the way you want to go to get something to go somewhere. Sonaris is spawning a little bit out of position. I'm going to be able to kite his Dread Charge a little bit, and I can get away with my Scavenger. And yeah, so quite good for me. I'm not sure where the Scavenger's going now. Looks like I tried to go somewhere. Yeah, I don't know where the Scavenger's going. I'm just giving him away for no reason. He gets a couple shots off, and yeah. Oh, I know what I was doing. I was trying to go here because I forgot this path is open. So yeah, I've got a big bunch of Sun Striders. Unfortunately, I can't really attack him because they'd all have to cluster in here, and then he could just nasty surprise on me. So, I can try, but probably what I should do is make him spend tier 1 units and go tier 2. I should probably keep my tiny HP unit in the back to go tier 2. And he actually takes a well. I take a well too. And yeah, force him to make tier 1 units, but he can... he's going to kill all my units there right now, so... it's not... I don't know, it's hard for me to say what I should exactly do in this position. I didn't have a good answer during the game, and I don't really have a good answer now. He killed my Sunshine for free, and just Dread Charger and walked away. I think I'm going to go try and go tier 2, but then, he's got a great position to go tier 2 himself. And he's got the position here to take more wells, and I don't have, right? So if I could take more wells, I would. But that's kind of bad foresight for me that I ended up taking both of the wells in the position I could. And Sonaris decides to take a well. He's got one well up from me. I can engage his tier 1 units, maybe stall them out to make my tier 2 go. But yeah, at this point, despite winning the center fight here, I didn't get anything out of it. I guess I do have more power than him, and with the tech. So I can kill this Sunstrider myself. I decided to make a Scythe Fiends. I don't think that was the best choice. I think I should make a Skyfire Drake, but I guess I just wanted to take out his Forsaken as fast as possible. And there's the Skyfire Drake. And I can come into attack. He's going tier 2, which means that I can use a Scorched Earth. So my Scythe Fiends should go straight for there. And then probably what I'll do is just to attack the well here, because I don't think I'm going to get his... There we go, Scorched Earth. You see use Forsaken Frenzy there, so I'll pull away. He's frenzied use Forsaken here too, and I decide that I'm just going to actually run away. Now, Sonaris is up well, but basically I've made him spend 100 power. So that was my thinking. I've made him spend 100 power. But I don't think that's really good thinking because I spent 75 to stall out his orb. So it's like I kind of got a 25 power temporary advantage. So I mean, it's okay. And I've got the 2 Burrowers here, but it's just hard to get things done against Lost Souls. Yeah, so he's already played his M counters here, so I should run away. But it looks like I didn't quite see it yet, so I'm just going to run away this way, right? So he can Frostbite me and pick one of my units off. Skyfire Drake runs away, so he can't get a good nasty position.
Your forces are under attack.
There you go, I get the root, and I can attack him there. This Skyfire Drake was not in a good position. I should have probably come around this way. I can play Ravage on the Burrower when I get the power. And attacking into the front is good because that Yeah, so I should not be attacking this Storm Singer, I should be hitting this way. If I had the power to erupt it, I could, but I don't. And he repairs that one, and this one gets out of repair, and everything I had falls apart. I could have kicked 1 or 2 wells. Okay, I was able to heal these scythe beams, right? So I'm coming over here, but he's going to repair that in time, and I don't have anything. The Skyfire Drake dies. I could have healed, but yeah. So this was a series of colossal misplays right here. Iswell has not quite paid off, so I think if I'd played that better, I could have kicked as well. So I think actually pulling back at the time I did, I think that was the right decision. I just didn't play that very good. I had to be careful he doesn't nasty the Stormsinger. I oinked, but it wasn't in time. And yeah. So is he going to run with the Stormsinger? He decides not to. Yeah, so now Sonaris is up 2 wells. Even if I make something happen here, it's only going to be 1 well. So, I mean, I can try, right? This tournament, I should try. But I know at this point, it's not good.
Your forces are under attack.
And then around this time, that player said some mean comment, and that kind of tilted me too. So, seriously, yeah, guys, if you're watching a tournament game, don't comment, okay? Don't ping, don't comment, don't give players help. That's not what spectating a tournament game is for. So yeah, I'm keeping up the two attack pressure. Sonaris is up 2 wells the whole time. One of his wells is already paid up, and he's also got a great he'll miss my drink. So that's just more flubs on top of other flubs. His nasty didn't work because I rooted him, and some of the nasty was observed here instead of by my Drake. There you go, I heal. I missed the Drake again. Just not a great game played by me. Just too many mechanical errors, I guess. My mouse sensitivity being a fraction off, I guess. I guess that is messing me up in these high stakes games, especially where I'm, playing in a tournament with tournament nerves. I don't know if you can tell. I don't really like being streamed. The games where I'm being streamed, I always just perform way worse. Like just like missed heals and stuff like that. I'm gonna attack my Skylords Drake. I can run away. Trying to save up this brewer. I place the Skylords Drake there, and this guy can heal up. I'm not sure what my Ghost Spears are doing. And we see that Sonaris is going tier 3. And going for a little bit of attack here. I should ignore that. I don't ignore it, I put my Ghost Spear. I should probably play a Brewer. Because Brewer, or yeah, I can even just ignore it. Anyway, I'm going to go over here. I should be able to hit this with a Scorched Earth right before it finishes building. And there's a Scorched Earth, yeah. And I'm not sure where this Scavenge was going. Scorched Earth is such a... Okay, now I should come attack somewhere else. Scorched Earth is such a good card. I don't know why it's just not being played all the time. So he's going to get his orb up. I'm not going to have the DPS to get it down. But it looks like Sonaris actually doesn't have shield building, which means that his orb is going to drop. With the time one, I get to flank him. There he goes, the flank. And yeah, so this orb is going to drop. And now I have a chance, because now he's a good 250 power behind me. What I need to do is to make sure he doesn't have a position to go tier 3 again, except he was able to drop a Tremor off in the meantime. And that's tough because there's really no counter I have for Tremor, so that was kind of my bad for not seeing what was going on in the map. And so I'm going to basically lose this, right? There's no way I don't lose this. The only thing I can do is to kick something else with this in the meantime. Yeah, so I lost that. He's probably going to go for nasty. There we go, kills my whole army. And now my attack's gone, and Sonaris is back in a very, very strong position. The only thing going for me right now is that Sonaris invested the power to go tier 3. If but he doesn't have a tier 3. Oh, there we go. He's got a tier 3 spot, so unless I can attack it, I just kind of forgot about my whole army here. This Stormsinger honestly could just happen nasty and that kills everything. Looks like I'm still trying to make something happen here, but yeah. This game, yeah. This moment of hope where I kicked his tier 3 because Scorched Earth is pretty awesome, and it just didn't happen. He's gonna make a tremor, and there's really nothing I can do against that. And yeah, let's just go for double speed for the rest of this replay. That's what I should have been doing the whole time. The games were, yeah. Root was just a little bit late. He's still attacking me. Trying to make something happen here. Trying to make something happen here. But it's just tier 3 against tier 2, and yeah. So that was the first game. And now it's time for the rematch, me versus Sonaris. And of course, I counterpicked to Haladur because I'm most familiar with that map. We have me versus Sonaris. Once again, I'm playing Fire Nature. I'm sure he's playing Shadow Frost. And we've gone Haladur. I'm sure he's going to take the early well. I'm going to take the early well. Actually, he doesn't take the early well. He's going for a slightly more central position. I'm totally fine with that. I feel comfortable defending this choke point here, and I'm not gonna say no to 6 power advantage. Sonaris builds some Forsaken. I build some Sunshriners, trying to get in a position to lock him down and prevent him from pushing through this gap. I need to be careful of that nasty surprise. So I pull back, Sunshriners get something to happen there, and I think the nasty's not going to be worth it anymore. These Sunshriners are a little bit out of position. He frenzies those Forsaken, so I should just pull back with everything and see what I can get live. Looks like he's not going to go for the nasty on my Dread Charger. I think about taking him on, I'm tempted, and I'm like, no, that's just bad. I don't want to do that. These Sunshriners, I guess I'm just going to sacrifice them because with the select up Forsaken, he's going to be able to attack me and just nasty into my army and kill everything. Here we go. The Eruption is okay there. He frenzied his Forsaken. He's going to get a little bit of value out of them. Oh, did I spawn this Scavenger Daze somehow? Yeah, so I'm bottled up in this little spot here. It has not been the greatest tier 1 for me, and I'm feeling the pressure right now. You know, Sonaris says frenzying a bunch of his units. Looks like I will be able to keep them alive, so that'll be good. But at the end, I have spent more power than him, and we've got the same number of power units on the field. Okay, he decides to take a well, and I have no option except that I need to play tier 2. Right, there's nothing else I can do here. I decided to come in with the low HP Sunshider to prevent him from picking off this one. And it's time for me to go tier 2, I think. Yeah, I just need to go tier 2. I need to hit his Pure Charger to prevent him from nastying on me. And yeah, because he was absorbing all the damage, he was able to nasty anyway. And the Forsaken combo here, that's going to be enough to keep the wall, so I need to play a Scavenger, and he gets 60 more power than me. But that's fine. He wasted power attacking Scavenger instead of attacking my well. So the end result is this well's going to live, and I'm going to be able to go for a counter push. Sonaris goes to tier 2 himself, which I think was a mistake. I think he should be trying to defend his tier 2 with his own tier 1, because that means that he's just down 100 power more than me, right? I decide to focus out his Nox Trooper until he runs away, and then I'm probably like, let's just focus down the well. And I decide not to repair it because I know the tempo really matters right now. He's using his ability. I can just Ravage up. And he's not going to have the DPS to take me out. His tier 2 is up. But I've got a solid 100 power tempo right now. And I feel pretty good about rushing this. I'm using the Skylords Drake to take out a Stormsinger. He can repair as well, but now I'm going to move my Skylords Drake in a position that is not so vulnerable, probably over here, so that he can't just nasty surprise against both my units. Sonaris is pretty low on power, right? And he plays the Glacier Shell, and then now I know that this is going to drop. I decided to focus on his units instead of the Glacier Shell. And with his Stormsinger out, I'm going to come over here to try and make sure I can't be clipped. Meanwhile, this bird is just going to keep going. I don't know what this bird is doing. He activates his ability, and that gives me an excuse to oink. Meanwhile, my Skybright Drake takes out his Stormsinger, and I'm feeling pretty good about this. He keeps activating Glacier Shell, but now I can just focus it down. And there's no way this lives. He did get about 70 power out of it, but I've got all the units. And my Brewers plus Skyfire Drake are going to make short work out of this. So what I think I should probably be doing here is to just take the well back here and make a Gladiatrix, because I guess I meant to do a Brewer and I mistimed it. I decided I want to go offensive. I don't think that was the best decision. I probably should have taken a well. Yeah, there's the nasty. It wasn't really worth it. It was like 120 for 110 for 100. So it looks like I'm going to try and brute force it, and that's just, I think that's a mistake. I'm going to lose tempo here. Oh, maybe I can do it right now. Oh, I did it. Never mind, not a mistake. I've kicked 2 as well, so now I can run away. So there we go. Eirias. I've kicked 2 of his walls, and now I'm up 1 wall more than he has. Unfortunately, he's got a lot of tempo. And I don't have map control, right? So I really need to take a position here. I decided I didn't want to do that because his Lost Reaper's there. So I rooted him. And the Brewers, by the way, instead of running back, what I should have done is run this way. Because I want to take his wells, so I don't want to attack his orb. And the Brewers, I don't want to have my M units in the fight against other M units. That's not good. But the downside is that I've got 140 power bound here. Okay, I was able to make a spawn Nightcrawler there, so I can run away. But again, instead of running away this way, I should be running down here to go to his main base. He's got the Lost River. I go for another route to stall him out. But it's not like I can make... yeah, the Ghost Spears can't hit upper range, so that's good. But it's not like I can make a Gladiatrix because the Stormsingers will just kill it. But I'm getting my units in the fight, and my Brewers are going to do something. Maybe it's not as useful as if they were hitting as well, but at least it's better than nothing. Unfortunately, this is going to let Sonaris... Can I get an ICO? I did get an ICO. This is going to let Sonaris take the well here, and that's just insanely good map positioning for him, right? Even though he's down in power, he's no longer down in tempo, and it's really hard for Fire Nature to rush Shard Frost. And that point missed the Lost Reaper, so that was bad. I lost my Ghost Spears. And yeah, so I feel like I need to take this wall position here, even though it's bad because I know he's going to rush me. That's what he's going to do, right? He's got Lost Reaper, he's got power. Taking this wall is suicide, right? But I did it anyway because I just didn't want to be locked out of the map, and that's not what I should do. I think I should have come here and applied some pressure. And if I'm locked out of the map, I'm locked out of the map. But I just, in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, I guess that lava field was maybe worth it. Maybe. But yeah, in the back of my head, I'm like, I know I've got... Yeah, I should have spawned his Gladiatrix sooner to deal with this Lost Reaper. That's going to really cost me. Or it's coming away, I should come back. I decided to like this guy because he's got the Life Wing. And if I can root this guy right there, then I can come in with the 2 Gladiatrix from the back, and maybe a Gladiatrix up here. Unfortunately, this Gladiatrix is going to get hit by a Stormsinger, so it's not going to be that effective. And you can see that my power is so low, right? So this well is just, that's a dead well. No two ways about it, that's a dead well. That was just 100 void power that I just threw away. Maybe not 100, maybe 35 or 50. But yeah, there's no way I'm going to save that. And now I've got 2 Gladiatrixes, but what am I going to do with them? They're so squishy, they just get countered by Stormsinger. I can oink to save a little bit more power on my well. Okay, if oink buys me 10 seconds and I end up repairing, I don't think the repair was a good decision. I think I should just, accept that my well's going to die and try to make something tempo happen here, alright? Now it's 2 Stormsingers versus 2 Gladiatrixes, and that's just not going to happen, right? He just makes another Gladiatrix. I'm going to lose this Stormsinger here. And this is just not good.
A power well has been destroyed.
Yeah, so I lost this well, and now things are not looking good for me, right? I mean, I kicked 2 of his wells. So now we're at we're both at 3 wells apiece. So it's not the worst position, and I kicked more of his wells than he kicked of my wells, but uh, it's not a good position, right? Because I'm just locked out of that. But I just keep thinking, right? If I can, yeah, that was a bad positioning. If this Ghost Spear can get to tier 3, then I think I've got a chance, especially because of my interesting tier 3 card that I thought would work pretty well.
Your forces are under attack.
I decided to move my Skyfire Drake away because I didn't really want to be nasty surprised, but if he nasty surprised, he kills his own unit, so it's not like that's really going to happen. And get a lava field with a lot of effect out there. But Lost Reaver is so good against my units. Lost Reaver and Dark Elf Assassins are so good against Ghost Spears, and Ghost Spear is kind of like one of the main units in this Fire Nature. So it's just tough to make anything happen, right? I might kill his Lost Reaver. Looks like I'm running away because I don't want to get taken out. And the Lost Reaver survives with 3 health. 3 health. I think I'm going for it, but that's just I'm just gonna lose my Skyfire Drake. Yep. He's dead, and I didn't get that shot off, and that's just costing me. Just like mistakes like that. It's like I know I'm making the mistakes when I play it. Okay, Lava Field killed out this Lost Reaver still lived. So yeah, I mean we know how this game's gonna end, but I want to keep trying, right? You can see it's not like it's ending right now, so I still have attempts to make. I have to spawn Ghost Spears to deal with the Nightcrawlers, but of course Lost Reaver is great against Ghost Spears. So yeah, this is not how I wanted to go out of the tournament, I wanted it to be a good, exciting game with back and forth. I mean, I guess that's true. It's not a 3-minute game like some of my other games. Just got another Lost Reaver going, again, because that's really good against my units. If I can root him, nope. If I can root him, looks like I'm going for an offensive because I really want to kill as well and get some position there. He makes Dark Elf, so it's got another Nightcrawler here, which is going to force a Ghost Spear in there. Oh, never mind, there's a Shadow 6. He killed this himself. So Lost Reaver is coming to attack. I could root him to buy more time. I should root him before the Gladiatrix, but okay, I did root him. And it's kind of annoying how the Stormseeker survives with like a little bit of health versus the Skyfire Drake. I killed this because I really wanted to keep the Crown Presence. Because I'm thinking about going to Embrace it, so that's why I did that. Battlefield that defends my base, and so now, I've got some chances, right? It's not hopeless. Again, I run it with my Gladiatrix and let the Orb do the damage here, ravaging up these Ghost Spears. And the Ghost Spears, Ghost Spears actually, they do a lot of damage, right? They only do slightly less damage than Dark Elves, when the Dark Elves have the stance. There's a lot of field, and with the Eruption I could kill him, actually. Yeah, and Eruption. I'm not sure if that was really worth it, right? Because I ended up spending like 200 power. It was about 200 power for 200 power with my lava field plus eruption. So I didn't really gain tempo. I killed his Lost Reaver, and he's preventing me from going tier 3, right? Once again, coming to the spot, but this is a part of the stage where Fire Nature does pretty well because when the unit count gets really high, I can start playing a lot of lava fields. I am saving this Gladiatrix for the moment, not saving it anymore. My Burrow's trying to get out because I would really like to get tier 3, but I decided, actually, looks like I'm going to need the Skyfire Drake here. Again, that Stormsinger living with a little bit of HP. Burrow's running around because I want to find some position I can go tier 3. play the Eirias. And hey, that nasty was pretty bad, and this gives me another chance to make something happen. Now the Burrower is in a position to attack as well. Sonaris plays a unit. I want to get one hit on with the Burrower so that he can't nasty against my Drake. And after I get the hit, I'm going to attack his spot here. That hit was a little bit late, so that cost me 2. Excellent nasty from him. I was trying to hit him, but it looks like I just clicked to move to the ground. There was a lava field he just missed, which didn't do much, he just had to move back. Okay, Eruption killed one Nightcrawler, and yeah. Now we're waiting, I've got a Skyfire Drake. And Sonaris goes tier 3 right here, right in front of my face. Me with the Scorched Earth who's been playing a whole bunch of them. I played Scorched Earth. The power rank, oh, my Skyfire Drake died. That's just, that's not necessary. Sonaris canceled his, he canceled his orb. So I'm running around because I would like to be in a position where I can go tier 3 if I wanted to. And I want to be in a position where I can Scorch Earth him if he goes tier 3 again, right? So that's why I'm trying to keep this Burrower alive and just running around in case something like that happens. He plays he plays another Monument, and I play another Scorch Earth. I decide to focus his units because if I just don't focus his units, run to the orb, that's gonna die. I flanked here, but I don't think that's gonna really do anything. Sonaris actually cancels this orb too. Getting Link off, and he has managed to go tier 3 here, right? And there's not a way that I'm going to realistically get to there in time. So now Sonaris is tier 3 safe. That was a pretty effective lava field, but with building repairs and stuff, there's just not enough. And you can see I don't have the kind of power, so this is the point where the game is over. I'm going to keep distracting with my Burrower. So what if I kill a well? He's got north more than me, and as you see with the Tremor, once the Tremor comes, there's just movements. So yeah, that was my tournament run. I don't feel particularly proud of this because there was just a lot of mistakes that didn't need to happen, but I guess I am in general proud of some of my decision-making moments and the ways that I kept trying for a win even though it wasn't there. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this set. And like I said, this tournament, I guess it was played about a month ago. It was played on like June 1st or May 31st, something like that. And I've got a whole line of videos, so you're probably seeing this at the end of June. Thanks for watching.